Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, today I thought I would do something different, but actually something that every channel does. Every channel does a top 5 derby list, and this channel is no different, at least for today. I want to do a derby top 5, and I'm just going to go one by one and look at their Equibase page and look at their most recent start. We'll watch a clip of the video, and I'll talk about it, and then we'll move on to the next horse and go on. So let's talk about Nearly, my number one horse. This is my Derby Top 5 as of February 8, 2026. Let's get started. Now, what I like about Nearly the most is that I know he can handle a fast pace. We saw this in the Holy Bull Stakes. And I would ignore any speed figure from the race because there was only one a mile and 1/16 dirt race on the card. So whenever there's only one race of a kind on the card, it's going to be hard for the speed figure makers to make an accurate number. And that is something you can keep in mind when you look at these speed figures. But we have the clip up here. You see the fractions on the top right, 2282, 4596. They were going really fast, even for Gulfstream. For a mile 1/16 race, those are fast fractions. And you see they were in a speed duel up here with Cannoneer on the rail, nearly right next to him, and Bravaro is right behind them. And Nearly just endures the pace. He just completely endures it. And you can see how the pace has worn out Cannoneer. And you can see how tired Bravaro looks. Tired is the right term because he is all out in second. And the jockey is really getting into him, but he's not making up any ground. And Nearly, he just repels Bravaro. It's very impressive. The way he handled those fractions, the way he put away Cannoneer, the way he repelled Bravaro on the far turn. The pace made it so that they were all going to be tired at the end. Even Nearly was tired. That'll only tune him up for the Kentucky Derby, which normally features a fast pace. So I like the fact that he handled the fast pace. I like the fact that he put away his pace rival and repelled another challenge on the far turn. Although, again, we're just doing this as of February 8th, and anything could change. There's so much time left on the Derby Trail. And I'm saying that he's my top horse on the Derby Trail right now, so it could all change. Number 2 is Silent Tactic. Number 2 on my Derby list, anyway. And what I like about him is that the Southwest Stakes time was fast. When you check the time for the Southwest Stakes, I'm not going to go through the charts right now, but when you check the time, it was faster than any other mile 1/16 race on the card, so that's a great sign. It's also a great sign he has a 103 on Equibase, although I don't really use Equibase speed figures, but that is still a good sign. And we have the clip up here. We have Silent Tactic rolling up on the outside. The code was trying to stretch out after that brilliant maiden win. And we have Butane and Soldier and Diplomat right here. And Silent Tactic is going to swallow them all. And look how fast he goes right here. Right here, he is sweeping by them. And he goes by them so quickly. So there's plenty to like about Silent Tactic. Maybe the one thing to not like is his deep closing style, because in the Kentucky Derby there are 20 horses and it's tough to find your way through traffic if there are 20 horses, but if he gets the right pace set up and if he could navigate his way through traffic, then I think he'll have a big shot. Of course, I'm handicapping the Kentucky Derby in February. There's still plenty of time, and maybe I'm overrating him, so we'll see how it pans out. But right now, Silent Tactic is looking like a good contender on the Kentucky Derby Trail. I know I was hard on the Remsen Stakes field because I wasn't sure about the quality of the race. Balboa, I did, and Grittiness all lost their next starts, but Renegade won the Sam F. Davis Stakes at Tampa Bay Downs yesterday, and he did it powerfully, going away with a 100 on Equibase. So let's watch the race. My choice, the Puma, had some trouble on the turn, and it didn't pan out for him, but Renegade had a clear path, and you see him taking over the lead right now. What I like is that the half went in 48:30, so he still closed into the slow half mile, and it didn't matter for him. He won going away. I still don't know how good Wayne's Law is. That's a question mark. Visually, Renegade looked good, and again, he earned 100 on Equibase, although I don't use Equibase, I use Breeze. And I just have to put him in third for now. Number 4 on my Derby Top 5 is Paladin. And Paladin comes out of the Remsen Stakes. As I said, he won the Remsen Stakes, and I had some questions about the race, but Renegade went on to win the Sam F. Davis Stakes powerfully yesterday, so if I like Renegade for the top 5, I would think that Paladin has to be on the top 5 as well, but I give preference to horses that started recently, so I put Renegade in number 3, and I'll put Paladin in number 4 because he hasn't started since the Remsen Stakes. We have the clip up here, and we have Paladin on the outside, Renegade in between horses, and Paladin is going to inch clear towards the wire. Renegade is in second, Balboa is in third, and Balboa lost the Jerome Stakes, so I was kind of disappointed in that, and I thought maybe he lost to a weak horse in my world from the Brad Cox barn, and I was calling him a second stringer, but I don't know, maybe my world is a good horse. Rounding out my Derby list is Plutarch, and Plutarch has taken a strange path on the Derby trail, because some of his races are not on dirt, some of his races are on turf, like the Thurbid Aftercare Alliance Stakes, and his maiden race where he broke his maiden was 9 furlongs on turf. And the way he runs, I always thought he wanted to go longer when I watched his earlier races. And it was no surprise to me when he broke his maiden in a 9 furlong race, although I didn't think it would come on turf, but it did on November 30. And then he won the Robert B. Lewis Stakes yesterday at Santa Anita. But that was only 1 mile, so it kind of surprised me. I thought, okay, maybe in the last round of Derby preps, we can bet on this horse. But no, yesterday was the right time. I guess I was wrong. We have them in mid-stretch. Plutarch is on the outside. Intrepido is on the inside. And of course, what I like about this race is that they were separated from the third place Desert Gate. Well, he's not going to be in third place for long because Secured Freedom is on the outside. But I like that they had some separation there. I still think he'll improve going longer. Stellar Wind was a router in her career. Curlin is a dam sire, so I still think Plutarch will want to go longer. 9 or 10 furlongs will be right up his alley. And it's a good sign that even though he probably wants to go longer, he still won a 1 mile stakes race on the Derby Trail. So there are good signs here. I'll put Plutarch in 5th, and we'll see if we have more information as the Derby Trail goes on, and maybe I can move him up in the future. So Plutarch rounds out my Derby Top 5. Thanks for listening to my Derby Top 5. Let me know if this video was interesting. Maybe I'll do more Derby Top 5s. I know it's a common video. Everyone does them. Everyone does Derby lists. But I thought I would do one today. So stay tuned for more videos on the Derby Trail. And I'll talk to you guys soon.